being in several relationships already, I've always, when I'm dating, I'm always thinking about like, what type of person is this? Is this a dependent person? Is this an independent person or an intra-dependent person? This will tell you the maturity of your person you're dating. And having the excuse that you're not allowed to talk to your ex is a bit childish for me, especially if you're in an interdependent relationship and that person is, talking to multiple people, such as being in sales or having business relationships with other people, which happens a lot, especially if in the startup community or where you would have high trust environments. That relationships really get together. They have the same mindset. They sometimes usually want to build the same things. They have developed some emotional attachment, right? So that they become partners. So for me, when people say don't talk to your ex, I think that is somebody who is insecure or independent type or dependent type of person that is insecure and independent or independent, one of those two. In a situation that you're working with a high value man or high value woman, that person will need to talk to people again. And I wouldn't like categorize people in one stroke, with one color. It's just not black and white as it is now, especially there is transparency. Before, people had to lie that they're not talking, but I think the best, and this always worked for me, is like be upfront and be tell what the reason is, as to I'm talking to my ex because I'm asking about marketing this and that. I'm talking to my ex because I need help with import-export or something like that, right? So, especially like me, I move across different industries and I try to see where patterns are. People who know me well have an inkling of what I'm looking for and why I'm looking for that. So it makes the conversation a lot easier, as opposed to me starting that with different strangers. Although I still do that. I start conversations with strangers, trying to help them out. So be careful when you're trying to look for someone to be with, because if they are, in a place of insecurity, because that's the only way you will prevent people from leaving you. You provide so much value, there is no reason that they will replace you. And there will come a time, especially for guys, that as guys are judged by your wallet. There's just no way around it. If you don't have enough wallet, you're invisible to the ladies. They don't even reply to you or whatever, right? Same as when women become old or ugly or they have a bad personality. Well, that applies for both. Not a lot of people will pay attention to you. And having that extreme value, that maturity, will actually help you in the long run. Because if the person becomes insecure at that point, either very young or inexperienced, the only thing you can do is try to explain, of course, properly, and the acceptance of that reality that is, because you will not forego a business opportunity for a relationship more often than not. That's not how the world works. So be careful when choosing a partner and make sure what type of person they are, if they are independent or interdependent.